Exactly 4 summers ago, I think, around October 2022, I don't know what dates, I sat in this exact same position trying to get over my ex. And I was around this gym for like 8, 9 hours that day. It takes me back so much nostalgia and can't speak properly, but I'm so glad I've done that. And honestly, I'm recording this so like I don't forget that day, but oh my god, I was going through so much stuff. And on top of that, I had like a best friend who I was trying to vent to, and she was making my life even worse. And I don't know, like, it's such a sad day. I was sitting in the exact same room, trying to get over my ex, crying, and there's like a TV in front of me right now. I mean, I was watching TV 4 summers ago or falls ago, and I was like watching like a lot of videos getting over my ex while in the sauna, and then watching videos like, oh, like how to get over your ex. I was watching Fitz, what's his name? The Red Pill guy, I don't know what his name is, the Myron, he has some podcasts, I don't know, I'm not an old fan of, he has some Fearless podcast, I don't know what it's called, but he said something very useful. I don't know what he said, but he said like, I think he said think about long term, but he gave some advice that was like common sense. But then there's another video I watched, not from Myron, but from some other YouTuber. He basically said like, just sit down and imagine your ex moving on the worst way possible. Meanwhile, burning the sauna. Back then, we were not allowed to wear clothes in the sauna. Back then, we were supposed to, like maybe there was like different management before, and we had to take our clothes off and be in the towel. So I was like sweating my A off everywhere while watching this TV sermon. He was on last time, and this guy said, imagine your ex or whoever you're trying to get over, like you're doing the worst thing possible and think about the most critical, most sexual images in your head. The worst thing possible that could happen, imagine. And I was really imagining my ex with one of my ex-best friends who wanted to marry her. Obviously I cut that off, but he really had a crush on her. He wanted to marry her. He would like see all our pictures, and pretty sure they hanged out secretly before, and he would love being a quotation gentleman with her. Like he would like carry her handbag everywhere and stuff, and her friend would shamelessly take pictures of that, and then in this group chat she would send it there, and like they don't really care like what I thought about it. It was so weird, like weird people, you know. Like I'm not trying to diss someone. I'm just like, I don't want to just put me through that. So, you know, like I'm not trying to like backbite around here, but yeah, I was just mostly crying thinking about it, and then I was seeing the sexual images of her, like what she could possibly do with that guy, you know, like even worse, the things she probably did, like. And I think I had a soul tie with my ex at the same time. And during that time, I literally felt some soul tie, like I really felt like her like cheating on me physically, or at the very least emotionally, psychologically, and it really hurts and pain me so bad. And I was just like, imagine, and at the same time, like I was watching this TV, like I had a soul tie with her, right? And I couldn't feel her cheating on me, and it was so like frustrating. And she thought I was cheating on her, and it was so frustrating. Like, I mean, look, there was no like. And now I'm thinking about sitting with the girl in the sauna is probably the best state, but there's no girl with me, and like I was so alone, like crying, like getting so tight, pain in my heart. And then the TV person said, "Oh, like imagine the worst thing possible happening and have the most vivid sexual images that make you almost like cry, like pushing trauma almost." And prior to me watching TV, I was really like working out in the gym for like 4, 5, 6 hours straight. And then I literally came to take a break in this sauna. And I was like watching Myron podcast and that guy and some other videos, self-improvement, trying to get over her. And I think that was the last one I saw where he said like get over, like think about the most critical and sexual images you could probably think of. And her moving on the worst way possible, and like I was like sweating so bad. So tired, I could feel so tired of her cheating, and then I really got turned on of her like doing sexual stuff. But and then I think that same time, like I was venting to my best friend because she had like, some ex doing some horrible stuff to her too, and my best friend honestly made things worse for me. Like she thought I was playing her even though we weren't together, but when I think she was playing me, she was like, oh, we're just friends. And she was giving me headaches too, and then I just been through so much that day, and after that I worked out again 3 hours. So first of all, I worked out 6 hours that day. Then I was 1 hour here in the sauna. I think the maximum was like 15 minutes there, 15 minutes, 1 hour. The temperature was high, and then so 5 hours of workout, 6 hours of workout, 1 hour sauna break, which wasn't even a break. I was in like mental, emotional, psychological pain. And all that pain actually gave me extra motivation and energy to work out another 2 hours. And then after that, I literally had to visit my family for something at the time. And I literally told them about it, and they're like, yo, this guy's a demon. But now that I think about it, there could be much way better ways to deal with that. Like this in the start, praying is probably the best way to deal with it. Second of all, I'm not a big fan of therapy, but for most people, that's a good option, but it's not good for me. That's all I just want to say. Third option, you could meditate. Fourth option, you could I told my best friend at the time that she was all I cared about, and that I wish my ex ruined things between me and her, and I literally she was the most beautiful woman I knew, and she kind of tried saving me, and I ruined it by talking about my ex. And just one time me and her hanged out, and we were having such a great time, my best time of my life. And I told her, and my ex texted me, and I told her, I was speaking with my ex, oh, what if my ex knows we're having together and stuff, and I'm so sad, I ruined such a beautiful thing I had with her because of my ex. And this happens every year, some girl tries to save me, and then my past ruins it, and that same best friend, I don't know, I still miss her, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but my past self-sabotaging, and don't listen to the society's advice telling you you need to have high body count, or even relationships to be cool, because personally, going into relationships to do is ruin your mental health, ruin your psychologically, emotionally, physically. Not physically, obviously, because you be more motivated to the gym, but if you want gym motivation, how about you use more positive motivation, I'm with this girl and I should grow up for her, not oh, she's gone, now that I should grow up, what I'm trying to say here. In my mindset was oh, she's gone, or she's secretly gone. Both those girls actually. And then so now I gotta improve, but no, the mindset should be oh, since she's with me right now, I should glow up. And maybe that's also a mistake of mine, that I lost motivation. I was going to the gym, especially back then. My body fat was so low back then, and probably because of these girls that don't have mental health, but mine should have been I gotta improve further because they're in my life. But no, I miss both of them, especially my best friend. She was so beautiful, and I know she misses me sometimes, and I miss her too, but I don't know why I think she's watching this, but there's honestly way better ways to deal with it. I was an immature way of dealing with it, and I remember I used to create other YouTube videos on here, and perhaps I'm giving advice to someone my age, but maybe if you're younger than me, the old way still works, using heartbreak as fuel, as motivation, and improving yourself after heartbreak, and getting angry and thinking about ruining your mental health to give you physical motivation, using physical pain to get over heart's pain. But there could be a much way better way of doing it, to just pray. I think I did start praying 5 times a day, 1 or 2 months after that, and always praying consistently. And my best friend was really a huge motivator for me to do that, and I really hope God blesses her, and I'm kind of in the silence now, trying to get over that best friend, even though she technically was never mine, but I really wish God blesses her, and I wish I could go back in time and her speak with my ex, because my ex was having fun with all my, like I had an ex, she's like, she would all my friends and like, you know, create group chats with them. And I used to think that my friends would create group chats with her, but then they would stay quiet and not. I was accusing my friends, but she would create group chats with my friends, and like they would exclude me all of them would exclude me out of it. And she was having her time in my life, and she also had me. Like when I love someone, like I literally treat them as a celebrity, even better than a celebrity. And when they break up with me, they get such a high motivation and like energy and drive, and they think that they're like the top of the world. That's how I make someone feel when I'm in love with them. And she felt like a celebrity. Like even when she was gone, she was like, oh, she even when I was trying to leave, she was like, okay, if you have a problem with my friends, you can go fuck off. And the funny thing is, most of her friends were my friends, but they kicked me out. I was a group leader at the time, and then she kicked me out the group leader. She became group leader, but like, and my best friend was trying to save me from all that. Even though she had her own troubles with her ex and stuff, and I also stuck up on my ex. And I ruined stuff with my best friend now, you know, like, my best friend was kind of marriage material, at least I thought. So I don't know, like, I don't think I even know her properly, but yeah, I'm just on thinking about my best friend and trying to get over her. But at least this time I'm more strong, you know, I got God on my side this time, you know, like, but you know, she's the one that like motivates me to get closer to religion, and I hope she's still praying, and I hope this could more inspire you to get over whoever you're in love with, whether it's your ex, your crush, your female best friend, male best friend, you know, like or if you like you lost you have like a death in the family, wherever, you know, like, or whatever, you know, like, or I hope this advice can help you in the future, because I wish I told my younger self this.